Namaste everyone, welcome again to the class. Now in this lecture we are going to see the derivative of a function in parametric form. Now let us understand what we mean by derivative of a function in parametric form or a function in parametric form. So far we have seen functions which are of the form like y is equals to x square or xy is equals to sin x. Okay, now this first form is called explicit form in which I can express y in terms of x. The second form is called implicit form where x and y terms are together on one side. So in explicit form your y will be on one side, that is on the left hand side, and your uh, independent variable which is x, it is on the other side. In implicit function sometimes or what I can say that key x and y both the functions are either on left hand side or on right hand side, or they're on both the sides, and many a time it is difficult to separate these x and y. Like if I have take another function like sine xy is equals to tan x, then in that case to express y in terms of x is really a very tough job. Okay, so this kind of functions are called implicit function, and we have seen how to differentiate these functions. Now today we are going to see derivative of a function which are in parametric form. Now let us understand what we mean by parametric form. Suppose I have y which is x square. Now here your y depend on x. Okay, how it depend on x? That y is square of x. Now if I say that x is 2t and y is 4t square, y is 4t square, then in that case can I say that y is equals to x square? Yes, you can write, because here y is 4t square, that is 2t the whole square, and this 2t is nothing but x, so it is x square. So y is x square. Y is indirectly depend on x. Now here in this case I can express x in terms of t as well as I can express y in terms of t. Okay, and by using this t I can relate y with x. So when I am able to express x in terms of a third variable and y in terms of that variable, okay, then we call this as a parametric form of representation of the function. And this t, the third variable, now apart from x and y, I have to differentiate y with respect to x. But apart from x and y, I have now a new variable t, where x can be expressed in terms of t and y can be expressed in terms of t. Then in that case, to find a derivative using this t is called derivative of the function using parametric form, or I will say that differentiation of a function in parametric form. Now to differentiate a function in parametric form, we will use the chain rule. Now if you remember, we can say that dy upon dt, we can write this dy upon dt as dy upon dx into dx upon dt. So from this I can say that this dy upon dx is equals to dy upon dt whole divided by dx upon dt. So this is how we are going to solve the derivative of a function which is in the parametric form. Dy upon dx will be given as dy upon dt upon dx upon dt. So here I am representing x in terms of t, y in terms of t, and I am differentiating y with respect to x. So let us see our exercise 5.6. So exercise 5.6, the first problem is, so here we have to find dy upon dx, and x is given 280 and y is given 80 square. So what we do, we simply find dx upon dt. So dx upon dt is 2a and derivative of this t square is 2t. So this become 480. This is dx upon dt. and dy upon dt. So here this y is at power 4. So dy upon dt is a into 4t cube. That is 4at cube. Now we have to find dy upon dx. So therefore dy upon dx, I will say that this dy upon dx is dy upon dt whole divided by dx upon dt. So dy upon dt is 4at cube upon dx upon dt is 4at square. So this gives me t cube upon t square is equals to t. So here I think this is 480, not 480 square. Okay. So this is 480. So here the result will be t square and not the t. So this is dy upon dx. Simple question. Okay, now let us see the problem number 2. Second question. In this second problem, x is equals to a cos theta and y is equals to b sin b cos theta. So dx upon d theta, if you find dx upon d theta, you will get minus a into sin theta, and dy upon d theta is minus b into sin theta. So your dy upon dx, your dy upon dx is dy upon d theta whole divided by dx upon d theta. Now dy upon d theta is minus b into sin theta, and this dx upon d theta is minus a into sin theta. So this sin theta we cancel, this minus minus we cancel, and the result is b upon a. So dy upon dx is b upon a. This is second question. Third question is x is equals to sin t and y is equals to cos 2t. So here when we differentiate, we get dx upon dt is equals to derivative of sin t is what? Cos t. And dy upon dt. Now we differentiate this cos 2t. So the derivative of cos 2t is minus 2 into sin 2t. Perfect. Dy upon dx is minus 2 into sin 2t. Cos 2t derivative is minus sin 2t and derivative of 2t is 2. So composite form we have written like this. Now this is dy upon dt. So dy upon dx. Now this dy upon dx is dy upon dt whole divided by dx upon dt. So this dy upon dt, I will write dy upon dt, I will write minus 2 into sin 2t whole divided by cos t. Now if you remember in 11th standard, we have a formula for sin 2t which is 2 into sin t into cos t. Now we are using this formula because denominator is cos t. So this one part of cos t will cancel and we have minus 4 into sin t. So dy upon dx is minus 4 into sin t. This is third question. Here the fourth question is x is equals to 4t and y is equals to 4 upon t. So dx upon dt, we get 4, and dy upon dt, derivative of 1 upon t is minus 1 upon t square. So it is minus 4 upon t square. So therefore by chain rule, I can say that dy upon dx, therefore dy upon dx is dy upon dt whole divided by dx upon dt. So dy upon dt is minus 4 upon t square. This is equals to minus 4 upon t square whole divided by 4. So this 4 will cancel and we have minus 1 upon t square. So this is dy upon dx. Dy upon dx is minus 1 upon t square. This is fourth problem. Now let us see the fifth problem. Here x is equals to cos theta minus cos 2 theta and y is sin theta minus sin 2 theta. So dx upon d theta. First we will find dx upon d theta. So derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta, and derivative of cos 2 theta is minus 2 into sin 2 theta. This is dx upon d theta. Similarly, dy upon d theta, it will be derivative of sin theta is cos theta minus this is 2 into cos 2 theta. So therefore, dy upon dx will be equal to dy upon d theta. Again and again I am doing mistake. Dy upon d theta I should write dy upon d theta upon dx upon d theta. So dy upon d theta is cos theta minus 2 cos 2 theta whole divided by, we have minus sin theta plus 2 sin 2 theta. So this is dy upon dx. This is our fifth question. Now let us see the sixth problem. Sixth problem is x is equals to a into theta minus sin theta and y is a into 1 plus cos theta. So here dx upon d theta, dx upon d theta, this will give me a into, now derivative of theta is 1 and derivative of sin theta is cos theta, and here dy upon d theta, it will give me a into, now derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. So therefore we have dy upon dx is equals to dy upon d theta whole divided by dx upon d theta. So this we will write dy upon d theta is minus a into sin theta whole divided by a into 1 minus cos theta. So this is equals to, now this a and a will cancel. So here it is minus sin theta can be written as 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 and whole divided by, here 1 minus cos theta can be written as 2 sin square theta by 2. This is equals to, now this 2 and 2 will cancel and this sin theta by 2 and this 1 sin will cancel and we get minus cot theta upon 2. So this is dy upon dx. So dy upon dx is minus cot theta by 2. This is dy upon dx. Okay, simple question. Seventh question. Now we feel that this exercise is bit easy than the previous exercises. Now the seventh question is x is equals to sin cube t upon root of cos 2t and y is equals to cos cube t upon root of cos 2t. One thing is that you can use division rule, that is u upon v. Other thing is that you can use logarithm. Okay, so let us try with logarithm. So what we do, we say that log x is equals to, now here we apply log, so it will be 3 times log of sin t minus 1 upon 2 times log of cos 2t. Okay, so therefore derivative of x, it is 1 upon x into dx upon dt, and here on this side we have 3 upon derivative of sin x, 3 upon sin t into derivative of sin t is cos t minus 1 upon 2 into 1 upon cos 2t, and derivative of cos 2t is minus 2 into sin 2t. So this part, okay, therefore dx upon dt, we have to find dx upon dt. So I will say that dx upon dt is equals to x into, now here we have cos t upon sin t is cot t, so we have 3 cot t minus, now this 2 and 2 will cancel and we have minus minus plus, this is sin upon cos is cot 2t. So 3 cot t plus cot 2t. This is dx upon dt. Similarly, y is, the value of y is cos cube t. Value of y is cos cube t divided by root of cos 2t. Root of cos 2t. Now again I will take log, so I will get log of y is equals to 3 times log of cos t minus 1 by 2 log of cos 2t. So derivative will be 1 upon y into dy upon dt is equals to 3 into 1 upon cos t into derivative of cos is minus sin t minus 1 upon 2 into 1 upon cos 2t into derivative of cos 2t is minus 2 into sin 2t. So therefore dy upon dt is equals to y into, now here I have minus 3 into sin upon cos is tan, so minus 3 tan t, and this minus minus plus, now this sin upon cos is tan, so this is plus tan 2t. So minus 3 tan t plus tan 2t, and here in numerator we got 3 cot t plus cot 2t. So dy upon dx. So therefore finally we say that dy upon dx is equals to dy upon dt whole divided by dx upon dt. So dy upon dt is y times, we have minus 3 tan t plus tan 2t whole divided by, we have the value of here we have x into, now we write x into 3 cot t plus cot 2t. 3, we can write 3 cot t plus cot 2t. Y upon x. Now value of y we can substitute and value of x we can substitute. So value of y is cos cube t upon root of cos 2t. So this is cos cube t upon root of cos 2t into, here we have minus 3 tan t minus 3 tan t plus tan 2t divided by this whole divided by the value of x is sin cube t upon root of cos 2t into, here we have 3 cot t 3 cot t, it is t, 3 cot t plus cot 2t. In denominator are we getting positive sign dx upon dt, the derivative of this log of sign and this cot will become minus minus, it is plus, and this is plus, so both are plus sign. Okay, now this cos 2t in the denominator and here it will cancel, and cos upon sin is cot, so this will be cot cube t, and here in numerator we have minus 3 tan t plus tan 2t divided by 3 plus 3 cot t plus cot 2t. Okay, now we can do one thing, we can open this bracket, use the formula of tan 2t, use the formula of cot 2t, and see what simplified result we get. Okay, so when I open the bracket, so before opening the bracket, this is cot cube t, inside I will write this is minus 3 tan t, and this tan 2t, the formula is 2 tan t upon 1 plus tan square t. Denominator also, as you know the formula for tan in a better way, let us write in the form of tan. So this you can write as 3 upon tan t. 3 cot t you can write as 3 upon tan t, plus this cot 2t is 1 upon tan 2t. So we will reciprocate it and we will get 1 plus tan square t divided by 2 tan t. Now here we cross multiply. This is cot cube t. So you cross multiply, you will get minus 3 tan t. Then this is minus 3 tan cube t, and then this plus 2 tan t whole divided by 1 plus tan square t. Now 1 plus tan square is sec square, but let us write 1 plus tan square t. 1 plus tan square t. Now this whole divided by, this whole term is divided by, here we multiply it with 2 and this is with 2, so this is 3 to the 6. 6 plus we have 1 plus tan square t upon, so instead of getting some simple answer, we are making it more complicated. So I think we should not make it more complicated. We stop here and we say that okay, the result is cot cube t into minus 3 tan t plus tan 2t whole divided by 3 cot t plus cot 2t. This is the result. We can convert it in form of sine and cos. Okay, if we convert in sine and cos, maybe little easy. Okay, so this is dy upon dx. The value of dy upon dx is cot cube t into minus 3 tan t plus tan 2t whole divided by 3 cot t plus cot 2t. Okay, fine. So this is our 7th question. Okay, now if the same question, if we try to solve by u upon v, okay, let us see what answer we get. Okay, I think we get some simplified answer for that. Okay, so in our next class we will see the same problem but in a different, we use a different approach. We use u upon v method to solve that problem. So thank you for now. We will see you in the next class.